Yeah. I think we're up.
You have access to the
Yeah, do you
Twitch
guys have everything you need?
I believe so.
So just address it when it comes up. I ran out of time, so I had to just copy and paste the actual things from the doc instead of putting all the mods in.
Oh,
It just
dude,
kind of
you're all
randomly.
good. You
It's
did
fine,
way
yeah.
more than you did way more than I would have been able to do.
So the only thing I did add to this was music. I want to say just have something going in the background on one of your tabs, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I should probably do
Mhm.
that. One of my many
Um,
tabs.
It should all be. You have a 5-minute timer before I think it auto switches, but I also think that you can just bypass that. I'm not sure, but I have 5 minutes on there, so that should be more than enough time to talk through everything.
Oh, absolutely. There we go.
And then yeah, you can add them all up, put them in a separate tier list if you want to.
I added them up and put them in Manaphy, and I kind of put numbers next to them for like the ranking. But yeah, I can reference that.
Yep. I think otherwise you should be good.
Sick.
Yeah. Our lists were very similar still, so.
Yeah.
I think you were a bit hot on some teams than me. That was it.
Yeah, we just took
I
the
was a
average
little
of
harsh.
scores and put them in there.
Yeah.
I did it. Well, like how I had my rankings was like 5 is like a team that I probably wouldn't draft. 6 was like okay, 7 good, 8 great, 9 amazing, 10 perfect.
Yeah.
I
didn't give a
judged it,
single
like,
10. I think everything was similar. I was like, I don't think any of these deserve a 10.
I gave a couple
For any of
offense 10s, I think. I don't think I
Yeah.
gave a 10 on any other category though.
I think there was only like
I
one
only
or
had
two
two.
that actually.
I only had 2 over 30.
Same. I think I have 2 at 30 and 1 at 30.
Yeah, I had
2 or 33.
I had a 30 and a 32, I think.
But yeah, they're very close together. There are a lot of them. There's a lot of ties.
I'm gonna turn the music down. Just beats.
Welcome. Honorary Manaphy mod.
Tom's gonna take over for me.
Same guy. So Tom, you are BP. We can't let him know that you're not BP. We promised BP would be here.
How's your American accent? Have you been working on that? He's silent. He doesn't want to show it off. It's a little too good.
Yeah.
If you guys give me
I'm
like
muted. I was muted.
You've been
Have we?
muted.
Have
if
you
guys
just
give me,
started?
like, 30
stream's up.
minutes, I could probably jump back in. I just gotta get a couple things done.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, bro.
All right. Well, then I'll just kind of randomly hop back in and I'll add in where I can.
I should probably.
I'll probably only be like maybe half hour, so you can.
All
you
right.
can.
So once
sub
Tom
out
leaves,
for
I'll
us,
jump
you can
in.
Yeah, tag in,
Yeah.
tag out.
Yeah, that works perfectly, to be honest.
I need to grab a link and post it, don't I? It's probably important.
Yeah. All right. Just at me in the Manaphy mods if you need me for anything on there.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you.
What
So,
happened with Commons game? My bloody girlfriend FaceTimed me like at the climax of the match.
Common one.
And I missed.
Yeah, common one.
Did
3-0.
Monkey just straight win from when I got in?
No, he got crit on a knockoff from Incineroar. So the Colbert didn't let him live. But then he won with Tauros afterwards. It was really dicey because it was a weakness policy Iron Defense Diancie. And they were dancing around each other. But yeah, he won in the end.
Alright, where should I post this?
The link? Probably just in like
Damn,
announcements.
Cryo was covert cloak. What the hell is that
Manaphy
for?
announcements, or do you think I should post it in the stream announcements?
Post it.
Poncho did his in the Jirachi announcements. I don't know if he also did it in regular announcements.
Okay.
Yeah, just post it in Manaphy. Wouldn't be nice to get other people in if they're curious.
Who'd be curious?
Yeah.
I'll just put like a ping in Manaphy announcements, and then I'll put something in server announcements, but I just won't ping.
All right, Manaphy power rankings are up, and I've added the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're cooking with gas. Okay, so Tom,
Let's do this.
this is no longer based off of vibes. Apparently, vibes was not the proper scoring method.
Who said that?
You know, we had a council discussion, and apparently just rambling about a team, like about the 16 teams for however many hours isn't proper.
Yeah, how long were we? Like 3 hours.
I think it was a 2-hour like video of
2
just
hours.
me and you yapping, and we have more people now. But
Shit. Well, what am I supposed to do? I'm a yapper.
we can yap a bit, but we're gonna try and keep it
we're
concise.
just gonna give the official stuff, then we get to yap. Okay,
Yeah,
it's fine. Just don't tell BP we yapped. Okay.
yeah.
Ah,
Keep
I
it on
was
the
BP,
DL.
the anti-yapper.
BP's anti-yapping.
I mean, we got to yap for a few minutes here to give people time to join, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Hey, welcome, Will.
Howdy, Silly Billy.
That's Mr. Large William himself.
Oh, that's the Large William?
Yes.
I love
That's
the
him.
Large William.
Whether we like the Large Williams team is a different question. We're gonna have to figure that one out.
That one is to be decided.
Yes.
I should probably pull up. Yeah, there it is. I got.
Yeah. Yeah, BP's sick today, so he sounds a little bit different. He kind of sounds like Tom. We don't know why.
Yeah, who's Tom? That loser's not here.
Yeah, we don't actually like Australians in this server.
If anyone knows what happened down in the Jirachi
Only
division,
winners in this chat. We don't take week 1 losers in
Yeah,
here.
we only accept people who
Of course.
6-0'd week 1.
Yeah, only people who won week 1 are allowed to
Yeah.
rank. So Tom couldn't.
Did we take 5-0s?
Well, we'll accept a 5-0.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah, that was a good
accept
win
4
by
our
you today,
losses
wasn't it?
or?
No, we don't accept 4 losses. That's a little too far down the rabbit hole.
Ah, shit.
I think we got a little bit of a gang. We got Will. We got.
Is this
Yeah.
Common Boys team or Ethy's team? What's going
Oh,
on
this
here?
is Effie Masters. Yeah. Dude, it is oddly similar, is it not?
Yeah, very similar. I mean, we
Yeah.
just seen that it works.
And y'all.
Wait, there is a vibes ranking. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Vibes ranking is a little different. Hey, Spoopy.
Hello.
Vibes ranking is important, but it's a little different.
Mhm. Yes.
So basically, we scored everything out of 10. Me, BP, and Arch. Wait, did you get BP scoring, or was it just me and you?
It was. I think BP also put his in, but he was just like similar to ours, so he just didn't put numbers in.
Okay. So we just kind of like we scored on offense, defense, utility, and vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the 3 are pretty obvious. Like utility is like what I did was like hazards, hazard removal, like screens, and pivot. I also counted as utility. Pivots I counted as utility.
Yeah, I did essentially the same thing. I also put in like screeners and like if there was any big speed takeouts, I also included that in.
Wish clerics.
I mean utility, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, wish clerics so important.
Is there a total? And like, are we ranking the teams from the totals?
Yes, we have totals. We have
Alright,
totals.
cool. And that's coming later.
And then vibes is basically like how hard the individual vibes with the team. So like vibes can be either very high or very low or just in the middle.
Yeah.
And first up's Effie Master. I like this team. I like this team a lot.
I also like this team a lot, and we, as Tom just said, we just saw Common Boy use a bunch of these mons, and we've seen they work. It's a very good, like, I have to say, like, for a Firewater Grass Core, obviously you're not gonna get the perfect one down here, but this is basically the best Firewater
It's
Grass Core.
about as good as it gets.
Yeah,
Double
about
grass.
as good
You've
as
got
it
a
gets.
bulky in team, you've got a spinner, and then you've got Kingja that is just can do anything really. It's great.
Yeah.
solid Fairy Dragon Steel Core, not as good, but because Probopass is your Steel type, but I still respect it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's right, Mitchell. Probopass is the vibes.
100%.
I will say this: Cryo not being the Terra captain. I know that you told me that you just don't mess with Cryo, Lethy, but it's still questionable to me.
Yeah, but not messing with Cryo, it makes me wonder like why he even has it on the team, like non-Terra.
Okay,
'cause-
as a non-Terra, it's still good. Like, you saw me use it in Season 8, and it was viable.
Yeah, but
against,
it's
like,
just
actual
so much
Pokemon.
better with Terra.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Like Terra makes it a real mon, especially on this team.
Yeah.
Like I think because your Steel type is a Probopass, if you could put the Terra on Cryo and have a Terra Steel Cryo, it's just infinitely better with Kingdra and Rabombi.
I actually like the Cryo paired with Probo just because it has the Levitate for the Probo. And then on top of that, it's another spinner for the
one
squad
CC
as well,
and
so it's not...
they're both dropping.
That is true.
Yeah.
Another spinner for the squad is very important, though. Like, making it so
I
it's
just
not
think
just
if you
Serena's
put the
type.
Terra on Cryo, it like bumps the team up
Yeah.
a good
I
amount.
agree.
I agree.
Like
I think
it's
Terra-
just one change
And
makes a significant difference.
Archie, go.
And I agree, Cryo is good value, and I enjoy Luxray. I just don't know how much value Luxray is going to get as a Terra Captain. I feel like a lot of the
It
time...
could be a
Luxray's-
great breaker with the Terra normal Guts facade. Like that could be an amazing breaker.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I just feel a lot of the time, I just feel like it's just going to be a little bit of extra damage, where with Cryo, it's just like opening up that mon so much more with Terra, just because you obviously are very weak with only just the stabs on Cryo.
I think the team's defense goes from a 6 to an 8 if it's Terra Cryo.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Vibes,
I'd even
though,
say
I vibe with
utility
a lot of
goes
it.
from a 7 to an 8.
I can also agree with
I
that.
vibe with the team a lot.
I vibe with this
Yeah,
team.
I do really fuck with this team.
Yeah, like every mon on this team I can see coming to the game. Like even Terra Shiftry, I'm gonna shout out Terra Shiftry because I used it on my first ever draft. But this thing like with Wind Rider just setting up a Tailwind, it immediately becomes such a big threat.
Wind
Yeah,
Rider is
it's
such
huge.
a cool ability too, because not many people know
Yeah.
what's all the wind moves. And just getting a random immunity to like a heat wave or a hurricane, it's a free switch.
Are you thinking about Wind Rider or Wind Power?
I'm thinking about wind power, aren't I?
Wind Rider's the one where you get hit by a Tailwind, you get +1 attack.
No. It's
Or is
wind
it, or is it
moves.
just,
It's
is
wind
it
moves.
all? Is it just wind moves in general?
Yeah. So like hurricane, heat
Yeah.
wave. There's a couple other
Yeah,
ones.
you're
but
immune
you
to
get
it.
a +1 like because Bramblegast I used for a while, and I was immune to hurricanes. It was great.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, yeah,
'Cause
that's
it
really good.
basically checks Torn T for no reason, as long as the Torn T is not running
Yeah.
off. I got nothing else really to say other than I really like Palisand, Rabombi, Cryo. Those are 3 mons that are after my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
this is my
obviously I
first time
will
looking at the
say-
team.
Yeah, it's good. I will say it's a little bit reliant on Probopass defensively. Like, there's a few types where it's like Probopass is the only resist, and it does feel like Probopass is forced into a few matches it doesn't want to be in.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but Palisand and Tauros are pretty solid. You've
Yeah.
got Cryo for the special side. You can run AV on quite a few of these mons pretty nicely.
Yeah. Even
yeah, the
Intimidate
defensive
Luxray
side probably is
nothing
what
to
lacks
be,
the
like,
most.
scoffed at. Like a Terra.
Yeah,
Intimidate
he's got
one's
doubled
always nice.
into him.
Do we want to do the tier list while we're going, or at the very end? Because I have a tier
Do it
list.
I
while
think
we're
we put them
going.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put them on.
So,
Okay.
where are we thinking we put Ethi Master? I'm going S or A, personally.
You're going
Oh,
S,
you're
right?
going A.
A?
Yeah, I would argue more for A.
Yeah. I think
I'd
that's
say
a solid
high A.
spot. All right.
Definitely high A, though, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Because I think this was one of the few teams that I had, like... I think this one I scored 28 or 29 total, which is, like, pretty high up. You know what, Ethi? You're right. S with Terra Cryo, I think.
Yeah. I think I had this at 27, so I also had this pretty high.
Yeah.
I just had it. I think it was. I just had it. My vibes were lower. I think it was what it was,
Vibes
just
were
because it's
lower.
not my type.
I had
team.
high vibes on it, because I would rock this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vibes on this team are gas. He's got
Yeah.
the monkey.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
that's
Monkey
vibes.
100% raised the vibe. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still so sad I did not get Monkey. Monkey is the boy of this. He is the poster child of this format, in my opinion.
I respect
love
that, Ethy. Stick with your guns until you're proven wrong.
Mm.
Always play with what you're comfortable with. This is always just our opinions. I'm going to switch up to the next one. We got Tog. What are we feeling with Tog?
What are you feeling about Dog's team?
How are we feeling about
I
Tog?
personally enjoy it.
You're a big Tog fan?
Yeah,
I-
I think of myself as a Tog fan.
I was not impressed with the offense on Tog, to be honest with you.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
where
the
it was
offense I
very
definitely think
lacking.
is the lacking thing. But like the defense though, like with Quillfish, Registeel, Rhyperia, Oranguru is very, very strong.
I think our stats might have been the exact same because offense, defense, and utility are just exactly what I rated them.
Yes, they were exactly the same.
And then vibes, I'm assuming you had a 7 and I had a 5.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. How's this not an 8 out of 10's vibes team? My opinion, I don't use any of these mons but Brambleghast and Registeel. I guess I've used Cyclozar.
I don't even like either of those mines that well.
And Registeel's
I
bad.
think in low
this
tier they're
gen.
good.
Yeah, Registeel's bad this gen.
Yeah, Registeel got screwed this gen.
Yeah, poor Registeel.
Yeah.
He's not got nowhere near as much
I also-
coverage as he used to.
I'm not big on the Haunch Crow either, personally, as like a 6-point
You
Terra
think so?
captain. Like, it makes it so your 1-point Terra captain's just non-existent.
Hating
Like,
us judges.
No,
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 the Numble is vibes. That's so fair.
Yeah, the Numble is 100% vibes.
Numble's vibes, but it's not there. Like, I'm not. I think we might see it once this entire season.
Yeah, if you're not using the Terra Haunch Crow, I'm going to be very concerned if it's a Numble game over a Haunch Crow game.
Yeah. I just don't feel the Haunch. But that's me personally.
I
like the
use
Bramble
Haunch
and
in
I
low
like the
tier.
Cycle.
And I thought it was going to be great, but I struggled with it. But it might have just been an operator error because I do think it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
To be fair, mine did not have Terra, so Terra might help.
I just
Yeah.
think that
But
there's
I
so
definitely
many
can
better
see it being a threat.
6-point Terra captains than Haunch.
Yeah.
Or 5-point Terra cap. Like, I would have preferred an Alolan Exeggutor on this team.
Yeah, I think that obviously this team obviously does have two of the best spinners in the format. I feel like if I was gonna give top 5, I think Brambleghast and Cyclozar are both there. I think Brambleghast sneaks in at like 5th, and Cyclozar's fighting for top 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
With-
I'm
Yeah,
with you.
that's true.
Like, the utility on this team is like undeniable. I think it would be a 10 if it had a Wish or Cleric mon of any sort, like
Yeah.
Heal Bell, anything.
Another big concern I have with it is the speed tiers. Like you go from Cyclozar 121, and then your next spec is 90, which is I feel like a very big gap.
Absolutely.
A lot of the
You
teams
do
are very
have the
slow.
webs to help, but yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Also, I know there's like 5 fairy types in the format, but no fairy hurts.
Mhm.
You make up with that with Registeel.
Yeah, and it's not like
being,
Haunch
a
is really
good
something
tank.
that can reliably Terra Fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haunch Crow is the only dark resist too, which is a bit rough because obviously you want to Terra out of that dark typing very often. So you are gonna struggle a bit to just like swap into knockoffs.
No, you're absolutely right, BP, where he definitely can keep up webs if he plays it smart and well.
Yeah, I agree. Webs can definitely stay up well for this team.
It would have been nice to see a Defiant Mon or something on this team. Like, you could very easily throw a Persimmon or something on this squad.
Oh, yeah. And that
just
would
to
be a
punish
fighting type
Defog.
for it, too.
Wait, does Windrider block Defog?
I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
sadly not. It should do.
Yeah.
It's basically blowing away this fog.
Yeah. It'd be cool, but yeah, that's because I think a lot of these low tier removals are relying on defog. So sure, you can spin block, but yeah, I think just throwing a Defiant Mon or even a competitive Mon would
Persimmon
make this
over
squad work a lot
Oranguru.
better.
Like, what's Oranguru doing on this squad, truly?
Yeah, Oranguru is an interesting one. Like I wish it can do well. I feel like, but I just feel like a lot of the time it's gonna struggle. And
me, it's
it
not
does
a
kind of
good
form a little bit of a mini Trick Room kind of thing because Vicavolt's very strong in the Trick Room. Rapier is very strong in the Trick Room.
You are right.
It could be a little bit of a Trick Room thing going on. And obviously I
Trick
can't
Room,
tell.
Eruption, Nummel, bro.
It does get screens, but
That's
so
an
does
option.
Potential there.
Rotom also gets screens.
Yeah.
Like, he has multiple, like, Oranguru's not the only screen setter on this squad.
I do agree with BP as well. Only knockoff being
On
cycles
cycle,
are is gonna limit that. Yeah.
yeah. Your dark type
Is
not
gonna be
having
very
knockoff is unfortunate. Like, because if Honchkrow had knockoff, honestly, I'd be a lot more uppy on it. Because that's a knockoff modest, not modest, Moximon, which, like, that can absolutely do some damage.
Yeah, it's got like 125 attack too. It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 105 special attack too. It's actually decent on the special side. It's
really
got
solid
good coverage
attack.
Heatwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can run it as like a
I do
hurricane
think it can do very well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a good Terra Captain. I think a lot of people are going to... It just can do so many different things. It's going to be very tough to prep for.
I think...
He's also got 2 of the best flying resists available in Register and Rhyperior. So like those Scarf Terra flying Brave Birds, there's not going to be many teams that can handle that.
Even Rotom Frost, great flying resist.
True, yeah. I can definitely see Terra Steel being brought a lot into this team with the Cyclozar, Honchkrow, even Bramgrass Reggie helps with Rotom.
Yeah. I think Dragon Spam's also solid. In
but like
this
he's got the Rhyperior, but that's a yeah. I think that's another reason for a fighting type on this team. Like, I'm not sure if Persimmon's available, but I just think Persimmon on this team, giving you that fighting type and giving you Defiant, just would make it so much better.
Yeah. I think with the solid utility and the solid defensive core, though, and the huge base power of Rhyperior's attack and Vikavolt special attack, it definitely has great options.
Yeah,
and
yeah, there's breaking there.
And Tog's a great coach, too. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that
Yeah,
he's
100%.
going to perform.
I agree. I'm sure he's got some secret attacks that we're not seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Trick Room Nummel.
Oh, the Trick Room? No, yeah. Alright.
Does a Nummel even learn a run?
Where shall we
It would, right?
put Tog onto the tier list?
It doesn't learn eruption. Unfortunately, the tech is dead.
I'm feeling
Damn.
B or C.
I want to say high B.
High B?
I think B's good.
Yeah, I think B's a nice
Yeah,
spot.
I agree.
Alright. Next up, we got Owlmancer. This is a team. This is a good team.
Yes.
This is a team that has very low, like, its defenses and utility are, like, acceptable. But its offenses and vibes are just so there.
Yeah, and I just want to make it clear that I know this team is very similar to my team. It was Stall's vibes that rose the vibe so high. I've had a lower vibe on this one.
I think
I don't think an
defense
8
feels way
10.
too low.
Yeah, I gave this.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
agree with the 6 on defense. Because you got Tentacle Florders, which is Spit F walls.
It's-
Duraludon there,
the
Eviolite.
thing is, it only
You've got
has
Wish
Spit F.
Passing.
He only's got Spit F. That's
Yeah,
the issue.
only has
he has
Spit
no
F. It's
defensive.
very-
I mean, there is a Duraludon right there.
Yeah,
One
but with your
defensive
Duraludon
one?
in this format,
Like,
format, you feel like you want it to be offensive
Yeah.
so much because like
But on
there's so
this
many teams
team,
that
it
are weak to
doesn't-
dragons, so many teams that are weak to steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think this is a team where, like, bulky Eviolite Duraludon is actually supported really well, just because he's got Tentacle Florges that can take any special attacking hit that Duraludon doesn't want to take. He's got the Wish Passing, and then you've got enough offense there between Miss Magius, Zeb Striker, Breloom. The Terra Zeb Striker is really nice in DD spamming Psychic terrain expanding forces. I think Duraludon can very comfortably be that bulky defensive wall and still be a threat with Draco.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong, but I just look at it. If you have one defensive wall, his next highest defense stat is Altaria at 90,
Yeah,
which that's a quad ice weakness.
That is true. And then yeah, play what Camp Raps, which is another quad
yeah.
weakness.
And then Breloom
The solid
has a
rock
quad
up.
weakness. It's like I
there's
like,
quite a
Ice
few
types.
I like the squad. I just don't think defensively it's not going to be focusing on defense. This thing's going to be focusing on just dishing out some of the most dirt nasty attacks we've ever seen on this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
100%. I think also that he has 2 like very good Terra captains. Zeb Striker plus Altaria. I think Zeb Striker is meant to be a Terra captain. It's not
yeah, I
a
believe
graph,
they
but
are.
yeah, they're 2 very good Terra captains. Like both of them are mons that can easily be either physical or special. Altaria can be super bulky, it can be a DD set, it can be your defogger. It can do a lot of things. So I think it's a very strong Terra captain.
Yeah,
and
you
pairing that
can
with
never
Zeb Striker, I'm on that.
comfortably predict what's going to be the Terra on this squad.
No. And
Like
I,
it's not like a Honchkrow Nummel situation where it's like you only have to prep for Honchkrow.
I think
There's two Terra Captains that can come. Yeah.
And I'm gonna give him a shout out because I love this last pick. I think Morpeko is such a fun sleeper pick.
One of the best low tier options for its value. I think Morpeko being a spinner that can hit hard with Aura Wheel is fantastic.
Yeah, and you can just parting shot out if you're not in a great matchup.
Parting shot, Volt Switch,
And he's also hungry.
Knockoff. It's got a great utility pieces. I think also it gets Nuzzle, right? So that's a 100% accurate para move, which is another great trick.
I think Nuzzle also goes crazy on this team, like allowing things like Florges, Duraludon, Braylon to be faster.
And 97 base speed in this format is like being a base 105. And
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And when you have a signature move that's 110 base power and is also boosting your speed, you're just basically getting a scarf off that.
And it's also not like if you lock into that with like a choice band or a scarf, then they switch to a ground type, the next turn you can just hit them with a dark move. Which is kind of
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It can actually snowball in low tier.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I like this team.
I genuinely think this might be our first S tier. I really, really like this team.
I will give this away. This is my second highest rated team, personally.
It is. So is it for me.
I cannot remember what logo this one is. I'm tripping.
It is the Hartford Wailord.
Yeah, there it is. S tier. All right.
I can agree with that.
Also, I'm being doxxed in the chat, being told that I'm Canadian. We don't know this for sure. This is a non-American stream, I just realized. Aussie, Brit, and Canadian. This is the crown right now.
Yeah. This is
I mean, if you're not Canadian, what are you? You don't really want to claim American.
Not right now. The Pokemaster squad.
Pokemaster.
I think I was a little hard on this squad.
Yeah, I think I was a little bit less harsh on you, but I agreed. I think we both agreed that we like this team on first glance, and then once you start to look a little bit deeper, you start to look under the hood. This team, you start to see a few cracks in it. Yeah, it has issues.
So, the offense and utility are exactly what I ranked them, but the defense and vibes are a little higher than what I gave them.
Yes, I raise it up a bit.
Yeah. I'm here to be exactly like how I was with Tom during the Victini Power Rankings. I gotta be cold and look at this with hate in my heart.
Yeah.
But what are you feeling? Initial glance, Arch.
Oof, I mean, I like like all these mons I like individually. I just feel like there's definitely holes in this team that were quite big to me. Like, for example, I mean the speed tails are really nice, but it's got a lot of weaknesses, like ground and rock specifically. And it just, I think it really
as well, kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it's tough. I think one of the big things is that this team really, really struggles defending physically. Like, you got a lot of good special walls, but it's basically a Bomb Snow and Incineroar doing most of the work. Yeah. No offense to Carbing, but I don't know how much is coming.
Even
those two, it's basically forced
at like its physical, because like it has two quad weaknesses.
Yeah. That's my issue with the Bomb Snow and Sand Slash. Neither are Terra Captains, so they're both going to be quad weak to fire. It's just a bit rough for the both of them.
When one of your physical tanks are weak to a close combat as well, that's unfortunate. And Sand Slash being weak to
when
CCs
all three of them are.
Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, your only close combat switch is like maybe a fully Fizz Def, Carbig. Espeon's not even counting, like that's not taking them. Honor, yes, but like that's dropping to a knockoff that like almost every fighting type gets. Yeah, fighting type's gonna be rough for this squad.
Yeah, this is
yeah, fighting type's gonna be very difficult. I will say that I really do like the Terra Captains on here though. I think Noctowl at one point that was criminal. I don't know who allowed that.
Yeah, that was a steal for one.
It's one of the better 1-point mons.
Tinted Lens, Terra Flying.
I'm not as huge on Toxicroak though, however. But I think that's just because I wasn't a fan of a lot of the 6-point Terra captains. I thought that there was a lot better choices at 5 personally.
I do like Toxicroak. I think that its stabs and like fighting and poison are incredibly hard to switch into. Obviously besides poison types, but you can very easily run Terra Ground on this thing, and then you can pair that with Dry Skin, so you got that water immunity. I think it can be really nice. I think Toxicroak's a really good Terra cap, to be honest.
It's not a bad option, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think offensively, it's not gonna have any checks really.
No, I don't think so. I like the Snow Core for the offense, and that like I will give him the Aurora Veil from Obama Snow could play a lot of effect into the defense.
Yeah, but Brick Break's coming into this team every single week.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Because of how fighting weak he is, he's got the Veil, like your blocker is a Haunter.
Also, only 2 special walls, and one of them's Carbink.
I mean, Lantern can act as a special wall.
Yeah. But base 76 spit F. It's not a great option.
Yeah, but it's got high HP, AV, and you just run like status, like Thunderbolt, Discharge, Scald, Bolt Switch,
Yeah.
Flip Turn, whatever you need.
As long as you're not Vortex using this thing, it's a good one.
Vortex, not a Lantern guy. Lantern.
I
is
don't
the
think
exact reason he
Lantern is a
stopped playing
Vortex
draft.
guy.
Yeah, true.
I will say though, I don't know if was Espeon picked up in Jirachi. I don't think so, but
Yes, it
I'm
was.
very excited to see it be used. It
It
was,
absolutely
yeah.
was, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited to see how it works. I'm excited to see it in action.
I
And I do
it's
think
gonna
I'm
be
like,
strong.
I think his 4th pick, it was a little questionable, or like, yeah, this was like 3rd or 4th pick. It was a little early, but
I really like
do
his top
respect
4.
it. The top 4
I
is
think
great.
the Terra Toxicroak, Incineroar really complement Espeon, and then Gujar complements Incineroar pretty well. I just think it kind of fell off from there. Like you tried to get a Snow thing going, which would be really fun, and like I do love Bomber, so love Sandslash. I just don't think there's the team around those two to support them.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I think another thing with the snow is that you have the Noctowl and the Espeon. They're both losing out in snow because obviously Morning Sun's getting cut for Espeon, and Hurricane becomes less accurate for Noctowl when you want to be
Hurricane only becomes less
Yeah.
accurate in Sun.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's just harsh Sun.
Oh, okay.
I could
yeah,
be
I do
wrong.
think-
Chat, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right,
You're probably right. Yeah.
because I think Sand also doesn't affect it.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure on that one. I do think you are right though, because like it's just this isn't a snow team, and it just has a snow core randomly on it. It feels, and that's 2
Yeah.
quad fire weaknesses. And like your fire switch-ins are like they're solid. You have great options for fire switch-ins, but also at the same time, those will get chipped down.
Yeah, it's less fire than I'm worried about, more the fighting.
Yeah, definitely the fighting.
All right, are we ready to rank?
Yes.
Alright, this one was... Which one was his?
California Trailblazer.
California... Oh, yeah.
I think I had this one pretty low.
I think I had it C or D. I think C was where I had it.
Same. I think I had it C.
I think, like,
I can agree with that.
some solid offense.
I think this is
good
a very-
utility, but the defense...
This is a very high potential team, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
defensive
think the
very
top
high-
4
savage.
like has so much potential if you keep those and sort of work around from there.
Right.
The Terra Caps are good.
I liked this team. Our next coach in space.
In space.
In space, I think I had a pretty solid ranking for in space.
Yes. I believe it also had a very solid ranking for in space.
I-
I think my one question that I was going to bring up is why is Terra Colossal not a thing? And
The
Tom, I think
exact
you are the
issue
Terra
that
Colossal
I-
man.
I think me, you, and BP
I
all
look-
said it at the exact same time where there was no Terra Colossal on this squad, and we were like, why?
I do want to say that Cole should be the Terra, but I kind of really fuck with Terra Veluza and Terra Cloth. I just think Cole should just go in general. But then your removal, I mean, you've got Defog on Decidueye, I guess. But I think the Terra Caps are awesome. But yeah, Cole on this team probably is the better fit, just because you don't have the most reliable removal. Even like the spikes and stealth rocks are really nice. And just, yeah, rock fire is not it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Terra Veluza and Terra Claw are both sick.
I think they're great Terra captains, but just not in the face of the potential that Colossal has.
I think it's just the team around them. Like, if you had better support mons to support Veluza, it'd be better, but you kind of don't have that.
I think offensively, though, this team absolutely crushes.
It does,
Oh,
yeah.
Agreed.
You've
It's
got
very,
multiple
very
setup
tough.
Sleepers. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got Shell Smash, you got Flay Away, you got Shift Gear.
You have like just
you got
hard hitters in
Cloth,
general.
Anger Shell. Yeah, you got Webs. The offense on this team is really nice.
Glacier just comes in and clicks a move, and it's taking half HP minimum.
Yeah, it's one of those come in, claim a kill, always guys.
Yeah.
Which it can be huge on this team because it can really open up, you know, that Flay Away sweep or that Shell Smash sweep or that Anger Shell. Is that Anger Shell is the right
Anger
what's
Yeah,
Shell.
Cloth's ability where yeah,
If it's not
he gets half
regenerator.
health and gets what's yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. You also have the Terra defensive regenerator option. I think the Terra caps are awesome.
Yeah.
I just don't like seeing a non-Terra Cold because it's just garbage.
I had
Yes. I also think
I had a couple issues though with the typings for defensively though, like missing out on like
yeah. I also
three
had
key typings.
Yeah, no ground type,
No dragon and no fairy.
no dragon, no fairy. Which yeah, they're pretty hard to come by. It's like
But
can't
missing out on
knock
all
it too
three
much,
is
but
rough.
yeah, I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking like my specs electric type, just volt switching around looks really nice.
yeah, that's another big issue. Is there's no out and out special wall on this team. I feel like
No,
Glacier like
it's-
is there, but like a lot of
And
the
then
time
it's
going to be forced to be.
Decidueye.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's going to be forced to be more like pick one of the two, just because Colossal doesn't like its weaknesses. It can't really function as like a tank like it wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Cloth is gonna have to be tank a lot actually, like a Terra
Yeah.
Cloth as tank instead of sweeper, which is unfortunate, but it's your third highest defense stat after Colossal and Glacier. AV
Yeah,
that's
Glacier
rough.
is viable though, to be fair.
It is, yeah.
So
I've seen you.
This team's gonna just be focused on like hyper offense, like getting, you know, one of your sleepers in, getting webs up, and just trying to win from there.
I think that was my other
One
issue.
mirror herb could destroy this team.
Yeah, Mirror Herb is definitely an issue for this team. You got Shell
Yeah.
Smash, you got
Because-
Fillet Away, you got
yeah.
Shift Gear. You're
And if
potentially
it pops, you don't have the defense to handle whatever's copied your stats.
Yeah.
Like
I think my other issue was the pivoting on it because it only has he only's got 4 mons that can pivot solidly.
yeah, 4.
I guess Reverum gets parting shot as well, but I wasn't including that.
That's kind of sick. I didn't even notice that. No, I mean that's.
It's 'cause
I think
Reverum's got
Tank
4 move
Reverum's actually
syndrome.
got a spot in low tier.
Yeah, but Reverum already needs
Like, I think
so
AP
many moves
used-
on it.
AP did have parting shot Reverum in week 1, and it was very good. I will say though that Reverum, just because has the pleasure of just having so many strong setup physical attackers on the team, it can function as a defensive mon or just like a support
Yeah,
mon.
it
if
can
it's
actually
needed.
be a really nice defensive pivot on this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good fairy check. I mean, you kind of very weak to ground types.
I was
Um,
gonna say Earthquake loves this.
Because your defense is Slowbro, Reverroom, Cole.
And Claw.
You know, and then there's Decidueye there. Bombardier's not taking, you know, a rock move very well.
Yeah. I don't hate this team. I just there's definitely some like weaknesses in the utility and defense aspects.
Yeah.
But offensively,
I think
do like
I'd probably
the-
rank this team a little lower than you guys did.
I think I gave it like a low A, high B.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
even
I
know
think I
if
give it
I'd
a
put
high
it
B.
B personally.
And And in space, I want to say, was he Somerset Water Boys?
Yeah, Sunset Waterboys.
Yeah.
Sick. All right.
I don't think it's better than Togs.
You don't think so?
I agree. I don't think
I
it's
don't
better
know.
than Tog. It
Alright.
goes just
Yeah.
below Tog.
Nui
Next
had
up,
a
we got
good
Nui.
team.
Brooklyn Paradox.
This is a.
I think
a
this
solid
is one of
squad.
my favorites.
Did this guy get Sylveon? Is this the order he drafted?
Yeah.
Yes. Turn 1, Terra
he got
Houndstone.
Sylveon round 2 after getting Terra Houndstone, and then Inteleon round 4 is
The
crazy.
top 4 picks is criminal. Like the fact that I got Inteleon round 1 and Fort round 2, and you got them 3 and 4 is crazy to me. And probably one of
this
the
is nuts.
better 1-point Terramons in Fion.
100%. And I really like the Terra Houndstone. I wouldn't have grabbed it round 1. But with Terra, you can run a lot of different things on this. You've got the Sand Spit, Sandaconda to pair with it if you want that offensive sweeper. And then if you need a fluffy defensive guy, which I don't really think you need on this team, because you've got Fort, Sandaconda, Persian, Tauros. Definitely the special defense is lacking, but you got a Sylveon there. But this looks like a really, really fun team.
Yeah. I really like this squad. Intimidate Tauros is tight. Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm a massive
I
fan
think
of
this is-
Inteleon.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how the regular Tauros is, because obviously it's I feel like it's the weakest of the 4. I feel like it's safe to say that. But it still does carry a good amount of offensive.
I
pressure.
used the regular Tauros combat, and I think just a bulky, pure fighting type is actually really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Also, Killer Matthias, unfortunately, this is just based off of the draft, so not based off of any updates. Right? This is the OG draft squads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No transactions.
No transactions put in.
It's post Grace, right?
I believe
Yeah,
so,
we will. I think we'll mention your transactions though, because there definitely is changes to the team.
Yes, absolutely.
They're interesting.
I have like 3 typing issues with this team. No grass, no poison, and no dragon. Dragon's acceptable. I feel like no grass and no poison and low tier is kind of wild. There's just so many of those.
Yeah, I'd agree. I do think this team is a bit water weak as well. Like your resists are the Inteleon and Fion. One of them wants a Terra and one of them's not the bulkiest mon ever.
Also,
Yeah,
Toxic
Fion also
Spikes
doesn't
is
wanna
super
come.
nice into this squad. Other than Fortress. Oh, and
Yeah, because
speaking
Sandaconda
of-
wants to be running the Sand Spit, not so much the Shed Skin.
Speaking of the fortress, that's basically where almost all of your utilities coming from. That's your only way for removal. It's your only spiker, your only toxic spiker. Sandaconda gets rocks, so that's not your only rocker, but that's unfortunate. Great pivots though. Like half the team has pivot moves.
Does have like one of the best Wishmons though, and he's got Glare, and like Glare is amazing.
Absolutely.
So there's definitely some utility in those guys.
That's what like kept the utility not below 5 for me, because I looked at it and I was like not huge on the utility, but the fact that it had like one of the better wishers, it's just so fortress reliant, which is unfortunate.
It is very fortress reliant, yeah.
Because hazards kind of chew this team up. Like stealth.
Yeah, I also think a
They
strong
do.
special attacker that can hit Sylveon is going to be really hard for this team to deal with.
Yeah. But other than that, I do really enjoy this squad.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
All right, are we ready to rank?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is S tier for me.
You're putting her S. I was gonna go high A, but I'm not.
Yeah, I
opposed
think
to
I
S.
agree with A. I don't think it quite hits the S, personally, but high A I can agree with.
Nui, which team was Nui's?
Brooklyn Paradox, the Iron Jugglers.
Oh,
Just to the right.
yes. Oh, I love the logo for this one. Are we thinking above Ethy or below? I don't think I put it above Ethy. but I could be convinced.
Yeah, I think there's good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. Cool. Next. Okay. We ran out of time to do the graphics, so we're on to the next one.
Shout out BP for making it in the first place, by the way.
Yeah, BP's the GOAT. This is Twisted Squad. I think I was not a fan of this thing defensively, or utility-wise, or vibes-wise, but its offense was solid.
Yes. Yeah, the offense on this team is very solid. It's just like it's very weak defensively.
The rest of the team around, like, which is odd for a team with P2. Like, to see a
Yeah,
team...
but
I
as soon
think
as
P2
P2
is
gets
like-
knocked off, you're in trouble.
That's exactly what it is. No fairy, dragon, or steel. Like, none of that core at
you
all.
just chuck.
Yeah, no ground
Completely
type
out the
armor. A
window.
lot of key defensive types
No
here are
ground
missing.
and no flying. You don't even have a levitate mon to make up for the fact that you don't have a flyer.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
no flying resist on this team. It is extremely flying. I'm not counting Pikachu
I mean,
as a
there's a
flying resist.
Pikachu.
I'm not counting Pikachu as a flying resist.
I will also say this. Only spending 5 points of your Terra captains is kind of wild as well. Like, you had a whole other 2 points. You could have got a 4-point Terra cap.
I am gonna say I think Terra Mabosstiff needs to be on this team. I think that it's a very powerful mon,
Yeah,
and
or
with Terra,
Yeah,
it
I
could be even
agree.
stronger.
Mabosstiff plus Pikachu, even.
Yeah,
A lot of
'cause
people just
Hitmonchan
don't
is
even
fine.
consider the stakeout. A lot of people just don't
It's so
consider
strong,
stakeout.
man.
Stakeout's
Yeah.
just so
A
good.
choice band's stakeout Terra Dark Crunch is like killing almost everything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I did 80%. I did 70% to a Venusaur with a player off in my game earlier with this thing, Choice Man
yeah.
Stakeout. So yeah, I can tell this thing hits hard.
Did,
You do
Yeah,
not-
Mabosstiff not getting the Terra is kind of sad.
But the Mabosstiff obviously died to the Basculin with Choice Band, right?
No, it didn't. That's a lie. Mabosstiff lives on.
Yeah, I like this team offensively, but that's the only way that I like this team. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just that's tough. It's tough defensively. Utility, you have one rocker, one spiker, and one toxic spiker, and they aren't even the same mon. So
Yeah, it's a
separate
bit tough.
3 separate mons. And then your removal is Defog on Cleavor or Rapid Spin Hitmonchan.
I think they said this in Jirachi. If you ever click Defog on Cleavor, it's going to be very interesting if that's what you're resorting to.
That's yeah. If Stone Axe is great, and a great way to set utility, but oof.
It's just I think Cleavor prefers to have a second rocker just in case, and not having one it hurts it a bit because it kind of like it makes you really want to click the Stone Axe even if it's a bad situation. You really shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. I do like some of the topper like mons. Like I'm a big Cleavor fan. I like Espather. I like P2. But those are the 3 pieces on this team where I'm like, yeah, those get thumbs up from me. Like I'm not huge on Salazzle. I'm not huge on Shaman. Frostlass is solid, but
I think
miss Terra
Salazzle
Captain.
is good in low tier though, because of the 117 speed. It's really hard to come by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just only 111 attack. I know that's still like decent in this tier, but it's not great.
Yeah, I think this team is going to be whoever kills the other person first, really, because this team hits really hard and struggles defensively, especially if there's a good knockoff mon. As soon as P2 gets knocked off, your entire team is struggling hard.
And even
There's
then,
no-
like Espather, Frostlass are weak to knock off. Salazzle, Kleber aren't going to appreciate it. And then like Hitmonchan, you basically never get an item on this guy.
Yeah.
Because everyone's bringing knockoff on as many mons as they have.
Yeah.
Pikachu doesn't want to lose his Light Ball. Mabosstiff doesn't want to, like, nothing on this team really appreciates a knockoff at all.
No, not at all.
I do think we're going to see Shaman forced to be defensive almost every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corrosion.
Yeah,
is
it's going to be
always
defensive,
nice.
Rocky Helmet.
My thoughts with corrosion though is how often are you gonna want to click toxic instead of a fire move against the steel type
Yeah.
Salazzle?
Yeah, corrosion's not great on Salazzle. It's much better on Glamora because like just click flamethrower. I mean the poison types are nice. If you're up against a bulky poison, that's where it's gonna come in handy.
But it's just so much nicer to just kill them on instead, especially because Salazzle's gonna be specs a lot.
Yeah, I do think Salazzle once again also is gonna be struggling, but also is gonna be your main special damage. Spathra is strong, but I feel like it needs a turn or two to set up. And Frostlass, I feel like wants to be
Lumina Crash
physical
is still
most
really,
of the time.
really strong.
Lumina Crash is great.
Yeah.
105 speed's nice. I think it's base 110 Spatak. It has Frisk and Opportunist, which are great abilities, but it's just it's just tough. Being like once again offensively, this team's gonna do work, but it's not gonna take. It's gonna be I hit you, either you die or my squad's dead, and that's the team.
I do think priority is super strong into this team as well, because all of your fast attackers are super frail.
Yeah, you got
Frostlass.
Yeah, what's taking in a Cellar is like if there's a Lycan Rock or something,
yeah, that's
you're in
tough.
trouble.
I'm about ready to rank this one. If you guys are.
Yeah.
I thought we just didn't mention Gold. He wasn't deserving of any words.
Golduck's there.
Golduck's not on.
Golduck is there.
This is. Which squad was this? This is the Twisted.
This is a Twisted game. Chicago Boltons.
Yeah,
Bolton.
I think D personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree.
Someone's got to be there.
Someone has to be there.
I mean, like, if you can make it work and win your game in 10 turns every week, then I will respect it. But I just don't know how often that's going to happen.
Yeah, you like, especially because like P2, it feels like it belongs on a defensive team. It just feels so out of place on this squad. Like, and it can't be your only defensive one. Yeah.
His offensive guys also just don't have the setup potential to win this game super quickly.
Yeah, it's all hard hitters. No, like I guess Nasty Plot Salazzle. Does Salazzle get Nasty Plot?
It does, yeah.
I think it
Yeah,
does.
if you get CM as Spathra, but Lumina Crash is better, and I guess you get. No, you don't get Nasty Plot. I'm thinking ZA Frostlass.
But I think we're good to move on. Brandon P
Agreed.
squad. I think this is a solid squad.
I think I actually had this a lot higher rated than you did.
You did, absolutely. Because I think this is exactly one above everything that I ranked it.
Yes, I think this might have been my first place team. It was this
I
or
think
one.
this might be my favorite team so far, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm delusional, boys.
I think this team's really good. I think you got really good speed tiers. You got amazing Terra Caps. Like, they're both sort of more in the support role, but like Chimeko can sweep with
Terra Electric.
Cosmic Power. Kamala's an awesome Terra Cap. You've got Knockoff, Wish, U-Turn, Super Fang. Just about every single coverage on this team. You've got, Kamala gets everything. Very good defensive options in Muck and Orthworm. They complement each other really, really nicely, being both physically defensive, specially defensive, and then covering each other's weaknesses. You got Prankster, Whimsicott, Sableye for screens. I think this is an easy tier team for me. I love this team.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not on the same path as you. I look at it as
maybe offensively, it's a bit weaker, I guess.
It has
like I
one
can
mon
agree with the
with
6 out of 10 for
yeah,
offense.
It has one mon over 100 Spatak. And the next
That is my
closest-
one issue.
Yeah, it's
It does lack a
closest
bit
is
of
Noivern and
offense.
Chimecho.
Yeah, looking more into it, the offense is definitely lacking.
Your highest physical attacker is Kamala with 115. Which, like, that's fine, but it's not fantastic. Tauros is, like, your second highest with 110, so you're going to be running Tauros offensively most weeks instead of as an Intimidate or a Check.
No, I do agree. I definitely think, like, Specs Whimsicott has value in this format.
It has all the typings. I like, defensively, I'm a huge fan of this team.
Yeah, defensively, this is the best put. Defense, I'd go 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also setting
But-
hazards. It doesn't like Orthworm is your guy.
Yeah, but
Uh,
Orthworm's
mean,
a very good hazard.
Yeah, Orphan does it
Yeah.
very well. You got Stealth Rocks on Power Swan that also does it pretty well.
Yeah. I'm not as sold on the non-Terra Pillow Swan, but I know that we weren't allowed to Terra Pillow in this.
I think it's exactly
I
what BP said in the chat. It's just this team chips you down until one of Noivern or an offensive Whimsicott can just use their speed to clean up.
Yeah, that's fair. I could totally see that. I think I just was not as big on this squad because of the... maybe I just wasn't feeling the vibes for this squad.
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying. Like after looking more into it, the offense is definitely the weak link of this team. So maybe I would redact my instant S tier statement.
Because my thought is like...
I still think it's a really good team.
It's a team that wants to chip
Yeah.
you down, which only has like one consistent way to set up hazards with Orthworm, and Sableye is your spin blocker.
Yeah.
Which
I think if I were to rank this team, I'd go defense 10 out of 10, utility 10 out of 10, but I'd probably put the offense down to even like a 5 or a 4 out of 10.
yeah,
Agreed.
I'd say like this is like a solid like low A, high B, in my opinion personally.
Yeah, I
I
can
think it's
agree.
a high A. I think it's a high A.
I think maybe if you
I don't put it above either of
If
the
you swap
current
out-
A teams in my thoughts.
I'd probably swap Sableye or Palaswan because you don't super need them. Like you need the ground type, I guess, but Sableye's like you've already got Prankster Whim. If you swap them for an offensive guy, it would really help this team. Even an offensive Terracap. Look at that background, that's sick.
Oh, did it show my background for a second? Is it the Toto one? What can I say?
Yeah, I do think I agree. I think this is an A tier team.
Yeah.
Yeah, after looking more
The
into it, I
offense
do
is
agree.
definitely what holds it back.
I just don't think
Yeah.
I put it above Ethi or Nue. Or Nue.
Yeah, I can probably agree. I think, yeah, Muck Orthworm is an amazing defensive combo that they're kind of all you need, and that you
And then
should
like
focus
Rotom
a lot
Heat
more
pairs
into
so well with
offense.
those as well. Like
Yeah.
that's a great core. Like you have something immune to the ground types that can bulky enough to take the hits. Like I do really like this team defensively. It's just how the
I don't think ground
offense was
types
so
ever
lacking.
come. You've got Noivern, Whim, Rotom, Orthworm.
True. Oh right,
Chimecho as
I
well.
always
Yeah.
forget Orthworm has
Chimecho.
Replicator.
Yeah, the ground type's never coming into this team. Does it even have an electric? I feel like an offensive electric would work really, really well on this team.
Rotom
Even
Heat's
if you
the closest
drop
thing. That's the
Chimecho-
highest special attack.
Oh, Rotom
think-
Heat, yeah. Rotom Heat, that's true.
I like Chimecho a lot as his Terra Captain.
Oh, yeah, I think Chimecho's great.
Not a lot of.
I remember when we were tiering, I said it should be more than, what is it, 2 or 3
It's
points?
3. It should
Three?
definitely be more though.
Three.
I think it was at 2, and I was like, nah, that's got to go up.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
most we did was 3.
I'm happy putting this
Yeah.
in the A tier.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, Brandon P. Thumbs up for your squad. Biggest William?
Largest
Big
William.
Will. Big Will was going to be my last one. I'm going to have to dip, so.
All right. Let's make this a good one for Tom. Tom, you speak first.
Dude, it's rough because like this is my first time seeing all of these teams. I don't have any notes or any. But I think the fact that he got Talonflame, Mudsdale is really, really nice. Virizion complements really well. Yeah, Talonflame Mud is just a really nice combo. The water weakness is obviously there, but you've got a Virizion and a Toxtricity. Terra Regigigas I am not a fan of.
Yeah, neither am I.
Yeah, maybe in low tier with the low power level you could get it going, maybe. But I just think it's a waste of 4 points for your Terra slot. And Terra Granbull, I also like. I love Granbull, but I think there's a lot of better Terra options you could have had.
Terra Captains are
speed's
like my two biggest
pretty
issues
good.
on this team.
Yeah, the Terra Caps are probably my only issues on this team, to be honest. I think they're the only things I'd swap. So your speed's great, your defense is pretty good between Mud Mesprit is a really nice utility mon. Samurot's, good for 4 points. I can support Samurot. Sneasel, Matang. I really like it. I got nothing really to say besides the Terracaps mid.
I think.
Yeah, I think my 2 points that I wanted to point out on this one is I'm not a fan of the speed test. You go from Talonflame to Virizion, and then afterwards
No.
you get a huge drop.
There's a Sneasel there.
Okay, there's also the Sneasel, but
Sneasel's
I think
valid.
after that,
Sneasel's
maybe-
big and low
Knockoff plus
tier, dude.
triple act.
Yeah,
Sneasel's
Sneasel
big,
is
yeah.
valid, but there's then you go from Virizion to down down
a
to
huge
80
jump.
at Mesprit because
Yeah.
That's fine.
it's a huge jump. It's a
I think
28
that,
jump gap.
the 90s are big, but it's not that big of a gap where they can run Adamant, right? Or
Yeah.
Modest.
They can because it's like a
think
28-point gap.
They can from 90 to 80.
If they're like 95, I think they can start running Modest.
95,
Timid.
maybe, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't swap anything besides Terracats personally. Like if you can find a Terracap around 90 base speed, we'll get it. But
Yeah.
I like it.
I think also having Talonflame as your only removal is a bit tough in this format because I feel like this is a format where offensive Talonflame is actually very, very good. Like Gale Wings, I feel
That's
like it's
a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good
It's just
point.
like forcing Talonflame into a role when it could be. I think it has a lot of potential, and it's kind of forcing it
Yeah.
into a role it doesn't want to be in every week.
Because where Talonflame's gonna thrive is like it can actually run those SD sets and snowball in this. If you're having to put defog in, that is a really good point.
I think my other issue.
I mean, it's not
with
overly
this
rock-weight.
team, I hate to harp on it again, but there's some types missing that I think are a little important. Like no ghost type and no dragon type. And once again, dragons are hard to come by, but no ghost type. I feel like you could have got one.
Yeah, there's plenty of ghosts.
You're not super ghost weak with your like Mess Spirit and. I mean,
I
know
where'd you
what
get
would
this?
be
super
so
fighting,
good.
not super fighting weak, but
Big Will,
Yeah,
Humongous William. Who's the guy that's got the non-terra colossal?
that would be. I want to say that's. In space? Is that in space?
In space.
that is in space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if Will can do some talking and manage to pick up
In
Terra
space?
Colossal on this squad. That gives him spin, more hazards, and a really great Terra Ghost mon.
Start using
That
your
would
charm.
put this. Yeah. Message in space, but my friend, I need that Colossal.
Yeah, you gotta harass
Because
him.
that just gives this team so much. Like I think if you had Colossal over Regigigas here, that's S tier for me.
Yeah. And then you
Mhm.
throw Graham.
I also want to say I'm a big Matang fan. I think this is such a cool NFE mon for this team. It does.
Doesn't
It
it
just
have
gets
like
so
no
much.
moves though, or is that just Beldum?
That is
I know
Beldum.
Beldum's
That's
garbage
yeah.
in little cup because it gets nothing.
Yeah.
But, like what
It
does
gets like
Matang
yeah.
get?
Beldum used to only learn takedown, but Matang has most of Metagross's moves. It gets the screens,
Ah.
it gets rocks, it's got strong coverage. It doesn't get as many moves as Metagross, of course. It's a little bit lacking, but yeah,
No,
it's
I
a
could
strong
plenty- I
mon,
could
especially
fuck
for
with
the
that.
value.
No,
Also, another thing,
like
I think
it.
the team does lack a bit in special attack, right? Because like your Tox is your only like out and out like I am a special attacker, and then Virizion and Samurott technically have high special attack stats, but they're gonna kind of be forced to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Mess Spirit has 105.
Yeah, and you can get those
feel like
physical
Mesprit-
power boosts, and get
Yeah, I
pretty
feel like
strong.
Mesprit though is kind of like the utility mon of the team, like the poster guy who wants to be utility. It's like
Yeah. I think with
It can be,
Mudsdale,
but then you don't
have to set
prep for
rocks.
offensive.
Yeah, I think with Mudsdale you don't have to set rocks at all. With Mess Spirit.
Yeah, I
that's
think
true.
setup Mesprit is underrated. Like mystical power, calm mind.
It does have mystical
still
power.
power.
You're right.
Yeah, like mystical power is so good.
Yeah, I do like the Mess Spirit. I think Mess Spirit, does Mess Spirit get Healing Wish? Am I tripping on that one?
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah.
That's another really good thing. Scarf Mess Spirit could definitely be a choice.
Yeah. My only complaint with this team is the Terracaps. Like that's it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No worries, guys. I'm not hating on your team, Will, I promise. I'm just pointing out some weaknesses where I can. I think it's a very good team overall.
I also think it's a very good team. I had this, I think, either high B or low A.
Yeah, same. I did that in that position too. I think I had this
Yeah.
as my fourth team.
I want to go high B, just because I don't think Utera's come.
Yeah.
I think with better Terra Caps, it's an S tier team.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe A, because yeah, the only complaint is the Terra Caps, but they're just so bad.
Yeah, that really, the Terra Caps really does like handicap it for me.
It handicaps it majorly. Like,
Because
without-
like, a good
with
Terra
swap
captain
Reggie-
really changes everything.
it's massive, yeah, because your Terra is something that like you can match up fix to any matchup. Like that's your guy that you want to be able to, you want it to be good, because you can make it work. Especially with open Terra.
One
But
second.
Reggie, sorry, Will, I don't see the Reggie, and Reggie round 3.
I'm pulling up the
I don't think
draft
Reggie was
board
round
real
3.
quick.
I think Reggie was his last
Yeah,
pick they picked up in Grace because he got skipped once. So it was not
okay,
round 3
fair,
Reggie.
Fair. Oh, okay, fair.
I do think Reggie's okay. Like, it's just going to be very tough to get it going. It's still 80 base attack, right? And it's still very defensive. It's got, like, I think 100 with 110 in both defenses. So it can be
Yeah,
just
and
a
like honestly,
defensible.
80 base attack, Terra normal body slams are still going to be valuable.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's going to be decently strong. You got that para chance.
But I'll say this.
Like, maybe-
Alolan Exeggutor is available at 5, and go grab that.
He doesn't need a long executor.
He needs a Dragon type.
Yeah, I think with.
He needs removal.
You can grab a 2-point removal.
But he doesn't necessarily want to drop Gramble or Matang. I think he only wants to swap Regigigas. I think the best case scenario swap for this team is Regigigas for Cole, and then you just take the Terra off of Gramble and give it to Matang. Like, that's S tier team instant.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because I still want Gramble to stay and I want Matang to stay. I just want Reggie gone.
Yeah. I think if Kamala was on this team, that'd be just like the perfect pick.
Even Kamala would be better if you swap Reggie for Kamala. Kamala's taken, hey.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff you want Reggie to go for is taken.
All right, BP, are you here? Can we get rid of Tom? I don't like this guy anymore.
Yeah, get me out of here, bro. L takes.
L takes. Disagree with him one time, and I can't deal with it.
Alright,
Yeah.
see you guys.
Who do you think this
See you,
guy
Tom.
is?
Doesn't he know we
Have a good
invited
one.
him here? See you, man.
All right.
All right, direct upgrades here. All right, moving on off of Biggest William. Silent Storm. I see that you were nice to him, Arch.
I was nice to him in the sense that I felt bad.
Yeah.
I don't like this team, and I think I've been vocal about not liking this team.
I think you bumped
But
up my
I
numbers.
want to hear what you have to say about its style first, and I want to build on what
I
you say.
think
So
that
I want
this
to.
team has no offense. I think this team has negative defense. I think this team's utility is mediocre at best.
Mhm.
And I think that you only have U-turners for your pivots.
Yes. I also think that there's so much type overlap on this team. I'm not a fan of the Terra Caps.
Yeah,
like,
no
I understand
fairy, no
Thwackey's
steel, no
big.
dragon, no electric, and no normal, and no ice.
Yeah. It kind of it's weird because it kind of feels like Volbeat's here to be like, oh, I can set up rain or sun for Scovillain. There's a few like different things I could see maybe, which is why I gave it a bit of generosity on the points compared to what you said, Stol. But I do think there's like some things I'm just like questioning. Like whenever I look at this team, I'm kind of questioning the decisions. Like Articuno into Uxie, I feel like they're essentially the same Pokemon. Obviously, one's a bit more offensive, one's a bit more defensive.
The thing that really throws me through a loop, man.
Yeah, this team every week is going to be forced to be Terra Steel or Terra Fairy, Thwackey, or Volbeat, and I think that's just going to be a problem for it.
Yeah. I like Gastrodon and Uxie. And that's about where my appreciation for the team ends.
I definitely think this team. It's just way too overlapping, right? It feels like you've like covered some bases and then very extremely well, and then but you just left glaring holes that you just don't have anything for, and that just makes this team capitulate
Yeah.
pretty easily.
What is it? Double psychic, double dark, double grass, double fire?
Yes.
Ugh. Those are types where, like, I wouldn't mind if, like, one of those were doubled up. Having all of
It's
them
just-
doubled up is tough.
I mean, I understand like doubling up on the type, but it's like some of these Pokemon are like doing very similar roles while being the same type. It's just like, do you need both of them at the same time? Like, I'm gonna bring this back because like this is, I feel like, the biggest thing that I'm very confused on is the Articuno plus the Uxie, because I feel like they're just such similar Pokemon. But at the same time, you've got other things. You've got like Magmortar, Scovillain, and like Thwackey, where I feel like Scovillain really doesn't need to be here because those are two solid fire and grass types where you could get another typing that you need desperately for this team.
Speaking of Scovillain, that is the highest physical attack mon on his entire team.
Yeah, that's tough. You're basically forced to be like Swords Lance Quillfish very often, or like an offensive Hitmontop, when those mons like to be defensive, which is going to be very tough.
Yeah, it's just not. There's just so many like holes in this squad where I think they could. Like, there's stuff on the draft board that can patch this.
Yeah, I don't think this is an unfixable team, which is why I gave it extra points. That was a little bit less harsh than you.
Yeah,
I think this is a fixable team. I think like what if you change out two to three of these Pokemon and bring in the mons that patch up those holes that you have? I think this could be a very good team.
I also want to. My rankings may seem harsh, but that's just because of the scale that I give them. Where
Yeah, I say you're harsh, but I just mean as in like
yeah.
you
No,
ranked it lower
is-
than me.
it
I don't
is
think
harsh.
I think
but,
I
like,
definitely think I
anything
was
under
too
a 5,
generous
I
on this
think is
one.
a failing grade. Like in my
Yeah.
point, and I think this team failed in offense and defense. I think its utility passed, and the vibes just were not there for me.
I agree. It's not something I would use. When I was ranking vibes, I kind of like thought to myself, would I want to use this team? Would I switch my current team that I have in Jirachi for this?
My vibes are based
And
off of,
yeah,
like,
this
how many
one-
of the mons I would use. So
Yeah.
like, but like not
I agree.
particularly together. So like, I'd use 3 mons on this team, and it's
Can I ask which three?
Gastro, Uxie,
I-
and him on top. That's it. Personally, I'd consider Quillfish a Sui, but I think it's honestly just not that great.
I think this team
It's
can
tough.
do some things,
Yeah.
but
I
I
think
agree with
Quillfish is
basically.
Sui.
I've
Oh, sorry, you go, PP.
No, you're good. I've kind of stayed quiet while I'm just kind of looking at what I would do to this team. The Terra captains for sure, I don't think are needed. I don't think they do anything. Terra Thwackey, I mean, I'd appreciate some power boost sometimes, but like with what this team does, it's not there, and you don't really have much of anything that really gets a lot of support from the grassy terrain. But the one thing that it can benefit from is Articuno, because it does appreciate the defense boost for the setups. Grassy
Yeah.
Seed, like Calm Mind, Store Power,
I can absolutely
those
see
could
that.
work. I don't necessarily like the Spiritomb here, but I do think a Ghost type is nice into this team. If it's available, I'm not sure. Drifblim might have been a better pick to
I
be
think
able
Drifblim as
to
this team's Terra captain
combo.
would be fantastic.
I think it's Terraband, but I still think
Right.
without it, it brings a lot of utility. I would, if this was me, I would definitely revamp my Terra captains. I would swap Spiritomb for Drifblim. That's going to bring you some utility. It's also going to give you an unburdened setup sweeper. I disagree with Arch in the sense that Articuno and Uxie don't pair well together, but what you need is solid dark ghost answers.
Yeah.
Quillfish can help you with that, which is why I would say keep that over something like Spiritomb, because you want that as your dark type that still can resist ghost moves. I would drop Volbeat altogether because the utility that your mons already come with. T-Wave. I guess the only thing you really get is Prankster Encore and Prankster Weather, but I prefer a slow weather setup most of the
Yeah.
time. It can work, but I would definitely drop Volbeat. Scoville, if you really want to make it work. Chlorophyll, I mean, it can, but I think that there are better options in here. But I think where this team's really lacking is going to be in its Terra Captains and just the overall synergy with the mods that are here. None of them really support each other in any way.
I know I suggested this to Big Will, but and it didn't really fit his team. But Alolan Exeggutor would fit on this team instead of Thwacky if he wanted to do double grass, because then he'd have a dragon type at least. Also, I don't like the double Eviolite. I just like kind of clicked in on that. One of your Terra Captains is an Eviolite mon, and then Quothis Shisui needs the Eviolite if it's gonna do anything.
For what Thwacky does, you don't need it to be a Terra Captain. You can still have Thwacky
Yeah,
and then bring it as like utility and like terrain extender, but it does not need to take up your Terra Cap slot.
no. You could get rid of either Scoville or Thwacky for Alolan Exeggutor. I just really like that one. I think it's fantastic. As a Terra Captain specifically. But yeah, the double Eviolite.
If you can find other things, like if there's any steals left on the board, I think you're definitely gonna want them. But I don't
Yeah.
know what's left on the board. For
There's
staples.
some solid options at 5. Not really under the Steel type moniker. I guess Bastiodon's still on board.
No, I wouldn't pick that up.
Or Alolan Dugtrio.
I would not pick that up when you have grassy terrain either.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah, it's just tough. The Steel and Fairies were super lacking on this board, so it's kind of tough to pick something up that will work.
yeah. I'm ready to rank this one though.
Same.
This is the Undying Iron Valiants, right? Or no, it's the Silent Greninja.
No.
It's a Greninja team. Putting it there. You guys object?
I don't
Nope.
think I will be.
No. No objections. Move on.
Yeah.
On to something I think is gas. I think
Yeah,
this is
we're definitely
gas.
we're definitely going on this team. I am loving this team.
Oh my god. This is. I'll say it right now. This is my
Has-
highest rated squad.
Yeah, it's same. I think this is the. I'm just sad that Tom didn't get to see this team because I think he'd adore this team.
Oh my god, Tom would be gushing over this squad.
Yeah, you have
vibes are
arguably
immaculate.
what? Yes, you've obviously been one of the best fairies on the board.
One
You've
of the best
Dragaldi,
Terra
which
captains on the board.
yeah, Lycanroc and Greedent. I think is a very strong second Terra cap. Dragaldi, I think in this format is so strong because there's just so many, not very many great steel types, and that's the main thing that this thing has problems with normally, and they're not around to give it worries.
And it's just so it can run almost anything Dragalgi in this format because like normally it's just a special wall, but in this format it's like, oh yeah, this thing's it's gonna live your special hits while it's specs adaptability for some reason.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah,
can have
I've seen this
physical.
thing be a strong physical attacker. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Gunk shot, outrage. They're gonna be scary to take from this thing.
Like if the enemy team does not have a fairy type, there's nothing stopping you from bringing physical gunk shot and outrage. Gligar, it's gas as a 5-point mon. Clawitzer, solid as well. Jolteon gives you one of the best speed tiers that you could possibly hit at 130. That's like
Yeah, I believe it is the second fastest speed tier. It's only outsped by the 2 electrodes, which I
Yeah.
don't believe either of were drafted. So this is the fastest mon in the entire league right now.
Yeah, as someone who drafted Inteleon, I've been keeping an eye on the Jolteons specifically because, like, that's probably the major check to Inteleon. And then Zoroark as well with this team is so nice. Like,
Yeah.
this is something that you
Agreed,
can
like-
hook up with. I'm in love with this squad.
Zoroark disguised as a Dragalge clicking sludge bombs is going to be very fun.
Yeah, offensively fantastic. Defensively, it's solid enough to get you where you want to be.
It's solid enough. Obviously, I do think it's a bit hole-ridden, like having your physical guys be Copper Raja, Gligar, potentially Greedent. It's a bit tough. Those guys, one having a 4 times weakness. Copper Raja is, I think, obviously gonna crumble from special coverage.
No fire type
So it is
as
a
well is unfortunate for your defensive core. But
and you are relying on Decidueye for removal, as Defog is your only removal, which is a bit tough. I do like having a Rapid Spinner.
I do think
personally,
most of these games will be over before any of the defensive holes come into play, to be honest with you, because of how powerful offensively this squad is. Hello, Spoopy. This is your team.
Hello. This is your team, yeah. We like it.
Big fan. BP, what you got?
It's really just straightforward offense, which is what we've said from the entire start. This board is straight offensive. So there are the teams that have been like slower, more defensive, and they're gonna struggle into the offensive builds like this.
Yeah.
I agree with basically everything y'all had said. I think this power level Gligar is not solely going to be just hazard stacks, as it would be like more in a higher tier. I do think the power level is going to enable some things like some Swords Dance sets, but with Decidueye being the only form of hazard removal, I don't think you're going to see a lot of hazard stack, but you might.
Yeah,
the cores are great. The cores are great. The Terra Captains are awesome. I think Greedent's I think that one's undervalued on the board, to be honest. So
I'm surprised it was still 2.
Yeah, those Terra Caps are going to put in a lot of work. Caparaja down here too is just going to freely spam things like heavy slams, heavy metal, choice band. Like that just seems so powerful. I don't think we've seen many mons on any of the teams so far that can really switch into things like that.
Yeah. Lightweight
pivot wise, I know I'm just kind of freeballing all my ideas here, so feel free to interrupt me.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Pivot wise, I think this is awesome. Dragalge, like, yes, you guys mentioned it offensively, but it still functions like flip turn just as easily as a defensive pivot.
Oh, absolutely.
Decidueye, Clawitzer, Gligar, Jolteon, Zoroark.
It's 6 out of 10. Right?
Even Gardevoir with Teleport.
I didn't even think about the Gardevoir Teleport, dude.
Yeah, Gardevoir with Teleport has been... having just used it, it's so strong because especially
you can
in the
teleport
format,
it's going
Gardevoir. Exactly, and you're gonna force so many switches with Gardevoir that teleporting slow into one of these other wall breakers when they switch into their Steel type or their Poison or whatever they switch into to eat those Moon Blasts.
And you just go Terra Fighting Lycanroc and obliterate something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just fantastic.
No, I definitely
Gardevoir
would
being
agree
one
with
of
the ratings. I
Gardevoir being like one of the only fairies on the board with Mystical Fire as well, which I've recently learned is also very, very strong. I think it's like so good in this format.
Yeah.
Best fairy on the board, if I had to say.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's that or Sylveon. Those are the top 2 easily.
Yeah, no, I think this team covers what you want to see in like a more hyper offensive build.
I'm about ready to rank this squad if you guys are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
same.
think we're ready to go.
I'm putting it top of S. Any objections?
No objections from me.
No, I think this is the best team in the entire league.
I would agree with you.
In the Manaphy Division. All right.
Yeah, but that's what we're ranking.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not better than Stall 8's team in Jirachi.
Yeah, obviously. I'm just saying. I got ranked like a 5 or 6 on defense. It was at least an 8.
Yeah. I don't know how I still made it. I mean, I love these PRs so much because you get so much. You get to see people's opinion, and you don't have to agree with them, but it's fun to see them. Like I've had my team ranked 1 and ranked 15, so it's been interesting.
I think last season Matt had me last, and Poncho had me like 3rd last. And I think I started off like 4-0 or something like that. Milliander.
Next up we got Milliander.
Squad.
Yeah.
Big Suicune, the man himself.
Didn't draft Suicune.
Yeah.
SMH.
Yeah. Politoed is the new Suicune. I'm expecting that thing to sweep with Belly Drum. Anyway, but let's get into the team.
Politoed's the new Suicune is what I've been hearing recently.
Yeah,
I like the squad.
I too like this squad.
It like some solid positioning. I think Star Raptor is really good. Scrafty is like a great tank and has offensive sweeping potential. Hydrate, I will.
No,
Agua.
I got a drink too. Then.
Delphox, I think is also great, and Mousehold is super underrated. Pop Bomb is just gonna kill things.
Yeah, there's very few things in this format that want to take a pop bomb. We've been talking about the lack of steals all day, and we've been talking about how great that is for Dragon and Fairies, but it's also great for Mousehold because I think adores just seeing a team where there's no resist to pop bomb.
I think I've also listed like 2 or 3 teams without ghost types as well, which is also fantastic.
Yeah.
Rotom Mow is a solid grass and electric type. You doubled up on your electric and grass type, which is a little iffy for me, but I don't hate it either way. Decent Terra Captains. I like the Golurk more than I like the Politoed. I'm not huge in the Poly.
Drizzle's
Is
banned,
interesting.
right?
Drizzle is banned. So it is just
Yeah.
probably water absorb. I do think you could do some fun stuff like Terra Fire, Terra Ground, Politoed. Being a
I
bit
can see
aggressive.
that. I think
It could be a
there's-
decent wolf.
Oh, sorry.
It's definitely a little bit lacking. I don't think it's worth the 3 points though. Of making it a Terra Cap.
I think another mon I really like on this team is Magneton, because I've recently gained much more of an appreciation after facing one. You don't need to run it Eviolite. You can run it with like a Choice Scarf. Never considered it.
You can.
120 base special attack is really good. And with Choice
Yeah,
Scarf,
and if
it's outspeeding majority of things in this format.
Even then, if you just want to swap out on it, you don't want to. Taking an analytic Volt Switch is scary.
Absolutely.
If you're not bringing a good ground type.
Magnet Pull is also really fun if you want to run some form of setup. I can't remember if it gets set up, but
It does not get set up, sadly. I think it does it have a single setup move? I don't even think it's Iron Defense.
No, it doesn't.
No.
What a shame. I will say no hazards on this team other than Golurk. And
Yeah.
The only way of
Golurk
clearing
is-
hazards is Mousehold.
Hmm. Yeah.
Your
I mean,
switch-outs
it
aren't
is
great
not-
either.
Yeah, you got the pivot from Volt Switch, you got Volt Switch again, you got U-turn. A lot of your pivots are going to be faster pivots. You don't really have any slow ones, which is a bit tough.
You can baton pass with Darkspawn. But even then, I think that's base 90 something. 95.
Yeah, it's base 95, yeah, it's a pretty fast dog.
Yeah, so you're gonna slow Volt Switch with Magneton.
Yeah.
I do like. It's just the utility really drags this squad down for me, but I do like the offensive potential and like solid defensive potential.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about Terragoda because I think that thing is an absolute monster. That thing just hits so hard with Poltergeist and Earthquakes, and give you additional stab. It just makes it scary. Like it's a mon that you can't easily one shot, and when you give it Terror, it makes it even harder to do so.
I do think another thing that eats up this team is Toxic Spikes. With no poison type, it's kind of rough into this squad.
Yeah. If I was to make a change to this team, I don't know how I feel about Sceptile. Sceptile is a very hit or miss mon for me. It's kind of like, I'm thinking to myself, like, if it's a regular format, obviously, I just don't think it's a good mon. But in this format, I think it can do a few bits. It's just that, like, one of its best sets is being Unburden, and you have nothing to help it unburden. It
feels
doesn't
like
learn Fake
it's there
Out
for
or
its
anything.
Speed tier.
Yeah, it's there for its
that's
speed.
what I thought.
But it's just sad that you losing access to a set entirely. Unless you're like normal gem double edge or you're banking on living on one from a focus sash, you don't have other options.
I think either a Sceptile swap or a Rotom Low swap, one of those two would be the call, in my opinion at least.
I would swap the Sceptile before I drop the Rotom.
Yeah. I just
think
look
the
at Rotom
Rotom-
as double typing for both electric and grass. But
Yeah,
you're
but I
definitely
think
right
the
where you
Rotom
drop
brings
the Sceptile for sure.
you bring utility. I mean, like, so this team, the one thing I like about it, it's most of its mons are fairly one-dimensional. So, like, Staraptor, for example, you know it's likely going to be just choiced offensive wall breaking. But like you guys already said, like there's not a lot of steals in this board, which is why I talk about it in my breakdown when I was going over like how I thought about drafting my team, was subbing in like getting a rock type. Like some kind of flying resistance is huge, where rock types become way more valuable into this, and that goes for anything that goes against Star Raptor. Fox is going to be great from a choice or a nasty plot, so I love the fact that Delphox or Star Raptor can swap roles as late game cleaners or early game wall breaking.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Scrafty is probably, from an offensive point of view, the most versatile mod on this team. It's got amazing abilities. It can run D-Dance, bulk up setups. It can be Assault Vest. It can support like Super Fang and Knockoff.
Yeah.
Like, and just as easily can be your win cons. And so like those three offensively look amazing.
Yeah, it really is one of the mons where it's like all three abilities could see play throughout the entire season. Like Shed Skin is less likely than the other two, but it is still viable. If you think
that's where I
hazards like not hazard status spam you.
That's where I think like in a board like we have here, you draft a mon that does its job better than anything else, like Star Raptor, or you draft versatility. Those are the two things that you should look out for. And some of these mons like Polytoad as like your bulky water, for example. Well, I won't harp on that. I'm not necessarily mad at it. I don't think it's going to do much besides just tank and then do things like Whirlpool and Perish Song types of things, which could be good.
Yeah.
But like Sceptile, for example, it doesn't do anything extraordinarily well. It can be a choice mon, but you're hitting things like Leaf Storms, and then you immediately switch out. And just, I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
Dashbun.
Having double Leaf Storm spam on your team just doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
Also, Killer, we talked about the Unburden thing earlier. There's just not much to trigger Unburden for Sceptile.
Obviously, you do have Leaf Storm and White Herb, but like on the special side, if you're doing that, I just don't think you have much special moves on Sceptile coverage-wise. Its physical attack is, I feel like, where it's at for this team.
Yeah.
If you could drop something and drop Sceptile, I'm just gonna say that, and then pick up a little bit more like hazards utility, I think that really opens up a lot of your offensive mons.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. I'm about ready to rank this squad. Y'all are too?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm gonna let one of you two have the first vote on where this one goes.
I think this is a B for me.
This is the
A high B.
Undying, I believe.
Yeah. Undying.
Yes, Undying Iron Balance.
Are we thinking above Tog or below Tog?
I'm thinking just below Tog.
I think that's a good spot for it. Alrighty.
I would agree with that. Poison type definitely benefits your team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
think a
would
poison type
value
be nice.
like, I don't even think it's on the board still, but like Quillfish, just regular Quillfish over Polytoad and Sceptile will do a lot for you.
I can see the potential there. Shady Surge is on the board as our next person, and I think Shady Surge has some really good Terra Captains.
I love the top part of this draft.
The bottom part
And
throws you off.
The bottom just is not it.
I think there's one mon on the bottom I think is good, and one that I think is acceptable, and then three that I'm just not with.
I'm assuming the one you think is good is Wheezing, and the one you think is acceptable is Typhlosion.
Nope, I think Hitmonlee is acceptable. It's a rapid spinner.
Yeah, it's useful. Is it the only removal on this team, or is it default too?
Yeah. I like Wheezing.
I'm iffy on that
I
one.
mean, I like. Let's start with what you like about the team. The Steel Fairy Dragon Core is one of the best offensive trios.
Yeah,
I
great.
mean,
offensive and defensive. I think all three of them work really well. Eviolite Bisharp's totally a thing. If you want to run an Eviolite, you can run it Choice Bandit if not. Flygon is just a great typing, and then Diance's Diancie.
Yeah, and I want to take a second to talk about Basculin. As someone who just played this thing, it is a nightmare with Terra, and I'm agreeing with people who are saying that this thing was pointed too low. It's a monster. Like, it can be the adaptability wave crash, like Choice Scarf, because 98 speed is very fast in this format. It could be banded. Adaptability in and of itself, just giving it double stab on any Terra it wants to go for. It could be, obviously you have access to all three forms. You could be the Eviolite one with Last Respects. I mean, obviously Last Respects banned. But you can be the Eviolite. You can be Head Smash with the Rock Head and Wave Crash. You can be Reckless to even boost Wave Crash and Head Smash further if you need it. It's a very, very strong Pokemon, and it's going to force a lot of prep every week.
I think the important part about Basculegion 2 is it doesn't beat everything, but you made a team that goes around it very well. And I think that's like a huge part about like having like a good Terra Captain is you need a good support squad for that Terra Captain. I think you did that really well. I just wanted to make sure
it's not
it didn't beat everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it beats a lot of things, just not everything.
Just not everything.
Yeah. And when it's not beating everything, it's got Rotom to pair, which I think is another very, very good Terra Captain.
Even without Terra is really nice too.
Yeah, even without Terra, it's really nice. But once you give it the Terra, it opens it up a lot of doors as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. I mean, you could be boring and do Bolt Beam with Ghost. Yeah, this will be a VOD.
Bolt Beam with absolutely. Bolt Beam with Shadow Ball is super nice. Like that's so much coverage. And then like your last move is Volt Switch, so you just kind of run Scarf or Specs, whatever you're feeling like.
Yeah, I can see Flygon, Basculin, and Rotom just pivoting around, having fun with teams.
Yeah.
Just because like, each of them have sense of pressure.
I feel like you bring like that top 5 most weeks, and then you bring like one of the other 5 as support, like Hitmonlee or Weezing. And then the other 3 are just kind of on the board.
Agreed.
What are your thoughts?
I do think Typhlosion...
Oh, sorry, Arch.
No, I think Typhlosion can be... It's okay. I think it's just a little bit worse. A lot of times it's just going to be Choice Scarf or Option when it does come. It is very one-dimensional, so it is pretty easy for full, but it can be a decent like fire check with Flash Fire. It's got its niche, I think. Girafarig as well, I do think also has a niche. Like it's a very nice speed tier, and it can be very aggressive with Nasty Plot, and it's got good coverage. Yeah. It's just that like they're very situational, and most of the time you are correct. It's going to be those top 5 plus one of Weezing and Hitmonlee.
I do also like. I want to acknowledge the fact that Diancie and Bisharp very ground weak, but you got like 3 Levitate Mons and a Flyer, so no one wants to bring ground moves into you, which is really tight.
Yeah.
I had this team ranked very high personally. I don't know about you guys.
I agree. I think this one is like, if it's top of A, maybe S. This is a very highly rated team for me.
I think this one is like bottom of S for me. What do you think, BP?
I'm not bad at that rating.
Yeah. Shady.
I'd put bottom of S, top of A.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we never put Miliander's team in?
No, we did. It's just I accidentally loaded up 2 of them because I couldn't figure out how to delete it, to be completely honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest, I had that same issue earlier, so I'm in the same boat as you.
Put the second Milliander in D tier. That way it evens out to be a C tier team.
I agree with this. All right. Tataz is next. How are we feeling about Tataz? I'll let one of you guys take the lead.
This team, very passive. I think it's very passive. Like, you look at these these Pokemon, and it's very tough to go, where's the, guy who's gonna break open the team for me, right? There's people that are there, like Swords Dance Mimikyu, Shell Smash Mini, or Swords Dance Grafaiai. But a lot of these Pokemon are very passive and need the boost to start dealing huge damage, which is very, very difficult.
Yeah. I think your strongest hitter is Glaceon, I think. Which is not a joke. Like, Glaceon 130 special attack is really tight, especially as your Terra captain. But that being your lead for offense is a bit unfortunate. Like, that's your main breaker. I do think this is one of the tankier teams in the league.
I agree. Like, where this team lacks... This is the team that's, like, gonna try and outlast those offensive teams that we've covered, right?
Yeah.
There's like so many like recovery options. You got Wishing, Umbreon's Wishing. To the rest of this team, you got Quagsire being very bulky, obviously with Unaware. I think it's probably the only Unaware mon that's viable in this draft, which is very, very strong. You got Ampharos, which is very bulky. You got a Violite Magmar, which can be very, very bulky with Terra. And then you got mons like Mimikyu and Toadscruel, which also can be bulky, especially Mimikyu with that disguise ability, which is going to prevent this team getting swept by any one Pokemon.
Yeah, I do also think you pointing out the Unaware is very important, because having an Unaware mon on the like defensive team is super important in a hyper offense kind of league. Because there's not going to be really anything that's one-shotting Quag. Like, grass types are obviously going to be like a major threat to it, but most of the time you're safe from the one shot. And then like
yeah, I agree.
The setup sweepers of Minior and Mimikyu are also even Grafaiai is a nice setup sweeper. Like, you can run Unburden SD set with that.
And I failed to mention it, but I do. Braviary is also going to provide a lot of damage. I think this thing is a monster in this format. Like, whether it's Sheer Force or it's Tinted Lens, either way, you are not swapping into this thing and living 2 hits.
Yeah, absolutely. The Sheer Force or Tinted Lens is super nice for the Brave. And it can be run physical, but you're typically wanting to run it special.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I had this team ranked like towards like bottom A, high B. Personally,
I agree. I think it's more of a high B for me.
Yeah.
Or like middle of B.
Like right.
Yeah, I don't know if I put it 5B.
Right under Tog.
You're thinking more middle.
Or are we thinking a little further down after Tog?
I'm thinking a little bit further. Somewhere in there is fine.
Yeah. All right. We're down to final 2 teams. Matthias, are you still here?
He is, I believe.
I believe so.
Talking about Flamigo.
Yeah, the Flamigo mascot. This team got 2 of the tankiest boys that I've ever seen in Bronzong and Snorlax.
Snorlax and Bronzong, yeah.
And like,
yeah, that is such a strong core, right, of your defense. Is having Bronzong, Snorlax. It's going to be so tough to break those 2.
I really like those 2 as a defensive core. My major issue is no Steel type and no Dragon type.
Bronzong's a Steel type.
Oh wait, no. Am I tripping? Oh, I'm looking at Taytaz right now. I'm looking at Taytaz right now. I'm tripping hard. It's no Ghost and no Dragon type. Sorry.
No Ghost. Yeah, no Ghost is tough.
CC's looking pretty nice into the squad.
Yeah, and obviously I don't recommend having 3 of any type on the team. And there is a lot of flying on this team. Yeah. But I do think you do have good options into it. Obviously, Snorlax is going to deal with those ice types very, very well. And Electivire having electric immunity is very, very nice alongside Sandslash. I do think Rock is a bit of an issue for this team because it's really Bronzong and Sandslash, and Sandslash wants to Terrasilize.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do know that this team has obviously made transactions. Another thing I want to point out is I'm not the biggest Alchemy fan. I think it's a bit of a passive fairy type.
No. Wrong,
I know that
sir.
it does the acid armor
Wrong.
Carmine sword power set, but it
Like I
really
said, though, it's if you do something one-dimensional, you need to be very good at it. Alcremie is extremely good, and the only downside to Alcremie is its coverage. It gets none. But
Yeah.
what does it not hit is steel types, and we've already said it on every draft. There is not a lot of steel types. This thing can't
Yeah.
be taunted. It can't be encored. Has reliable recovery. Gets set up, calm mind, stored power, acid armor, draining kiss. If you can cover the poison type weakness, which I think this team does pretty well,
Immunity on Snorlax is
Then
great
I-
for that as well.
exactly. I think like Alcremie, the way you stop this thing from setting up is trick, and even then, it gets flinged. I've used it personally, where it gets trick to choice scarf. I switch in, I switch out, I fling my choice scarf back at somebody, then I'm right back to setting up again.
Yeah.
Like this Alcremie is a mon that I think is extremely slept on because it lacks coverage, but in a low tier board does not matter as much as it does the high tiers.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that, BP. I think Alcremie into the majority of the board does look great, especially when you consider that probably the best steel type in the format has been taken by your team. Like, Bronzong is probably, like, it's him or Bisharp is the best steel type.
Oh, did he trade? He traded Alcremie
Yeah, he
out.
traded. He
Rest
did
in
trade.
peace.
Okay, well then let's ignore Alcremie, and I'll talk about.
Alchemy is a
let me
free
pull up-
agent, boys. You heard BP loving it.
Alright, now let's
No.
talk about why you should be scared to run Shell Smash.
No, that's what I want to go for too. So in a shell, and any team that drafts a mon that is known for Shell Smash forces prep, and I think everyone immediately says, "Oh, you lose to Mirror Herb." All you have to do is draft a single mon that can help counter that, and actually Murkrow does that perfectly. You have priority Haze, you have priority T-Waves, so you can force that Mirror Herb to come out early, have Murkrow in the back, get rid of the stat boost, and come back later. I think that's super easy to do.
I think it's also Oricorio being another setup mon, and Bronzong as well, or even a Curse Snorlax. You can force.
Cloisters don't. Let me go pull up this dude's
Yeah.
name. It's already gone. What did you keep, brother? Like, let me type up
This is
something
awesome.
on your team because
This
the
is
mons that I
so
love,
sick.
you've gotten rid of. I'm getting so mad. Okay, hold on. Are you presenting the Canva doc right now?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We're about to fix
Yeah,
something.
so Cloyster, Murkrow,
About-
Alchemy are dropped for Venus. One thing I was gonna say is I don't know if this team improved from the trades. It went from Cloyster, Murkrow, Alchemy to Venusaur, Malamar, Yanmega. There's a few mons I'm not a fan.
Yanmega. I really like Yanmega.
Yeah, I think it was Malamar I was a little bit sad about
However,
because
I don't think you needed the third flying type still.
yeah,
Because
this
you
team
kept three
is having
flyers.
a lot of flying types.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to look at all of these trades real quick.
So you said Yanmega, Venusaur,
Cloyster,
and who?
Murkrow, Malamar. So Venusaur for Cloyster, Malamar for Murkrow, Yanmega for Alcremie. You dropped your fairy type? What in the world is this?
All right. Now, once again,
Well-
I go back to type issues. I've been doing it all stream.
Brother!
I gotta bring it up.
Brother!
Was there any other
Um,
fairies on the board though? Is that
not
the reason why
really.
you didn't pick one up?
There's like nothing.
Yeah. Is Wigglytuff
Mega
available?
will be good. If you're not gonna have a Shell Smash one, I get it. Like, drop the Murkrow, because otherwise it doesn't do a whole lot for you. I'm mad that you dropped out Creamy. Malamar, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be all that good. Without Terra, you're just baiting in U-turns, and you don't have a whole lot to punish that. Ironically, all the birds that you do have just don't want to come in unless they're ready to set up or like punch holes into something. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk about what I think is good on this team, which we already did. Like obviously, Bronzong Snorlax is fine. I like the Evire to bait in all the electric moves with the birds. Knowing that you brought in Yanmega and losing Murkrow, I don't know. You have Rapid Spin and you have Defog on Oricorio, so you have ways of clearing up your hazards. I'm not mad about that. If you kept Arbok and then still have Venusaur, I think that's a bit worse. I think Arbok's cool, but I think doubling up on your poison type when you have Flamigo as another psychic weak, I don't know. I think that I would rethink that a little bit more.
Yeah. I think pre-swaps, I had this like middle B.
You know what? Actually, if
I
it's
think
still there, I don't know.
I think I had this low B pre-swaps.
Yeah.
Bro,
fine putting-
Primeape is still on the board. If you're grabbing Malamar, grab Primeape, and then you're just boosting up your Rage Fists the entire time. That sounds amazing.
Not a bad call. Also, you have until end of day to clarify any swaps that you are making. So they aren't locked in until end of day.
I think instead of Flamigo, but if you want to keep it for the... I think Flamigo's really good down here. I don't know. I just think if you have Malamar, you need ways to punish U-turn. And right now, you're punishing U-turn by maybe like Arbok with
Also,
like a Rocky
Primeape
helmet,
is kind
maybe.
Primeape's a nice U-turner as well.
I like Primeape. I think it's solid. I think it's probably one of the best 6-point Terra captains on
Yeah.
the board.
Good
If
Eviolite
that-
Mon too.
Yeah. I don't know. We're theory crafting too much instead of looking at what you actually have. But
I think it is time for Roki. Any objections?
nope.
I don't think we put this team on the tier list.
I did. I put it towards the bottom of the B.
Okay.
Roki.
Rookie.
I think I don't really like Woki's team.
I'm not a fan either. I'm not sure if
Y'all
that was
are
me pulling it up.
Tripping.
I just think this is
It's
U-turn
offense.
food. It's U-turn
You're
food.
right. It's U-turn food. Find a way to punish U-turn again, but at the same time, like this thing is just like quick offense. Like its Terra Caps are great. I think Jirachi has the same Terra Caps on the same team, so I think Roki stole this from somebody.
Yeah, these were his
This
first
is-
two.
Those are Amber's Terra Captains for sure.
So Tatsu is definitely really good. Raichu's speed tier is fine. I've used Lurantis. Lurantis is fire. I wish it could Terra, but it got banned. But it's still really good.
It's just so
Like
U-turn.
you're right.
weak.
You just need a way to punish U-turn on this team. That's honestly my biggest gripe to it. But
Honest, like if it had
I mean,
like
There's no
just a
fight. There's no fighting type on this team. Can we go back to the Primeape proposal?
Yeah, Primeape would be great on this squad.
Primeape would be awesome on this squad. Just anything weak to U-turn, just slap
also,
Primeape.
all your hazards are contained in Wish Cache.
I don't see that as a problem.
Really? Like it's your only way of
Bruh.
setting anything.
Yeah, the thing can't be taunted though. You lead it and then just like start hazard stacking.
I
You're
guess.
fine.
Decent
As long as you don't
it's
encounter a
like,
blade of
yeah.
grass, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got Scyther, bro. What you mean?
lead grass.
But oh, never mind. Primeape is off the board.
Primeape
Yep.
is off the board. I
Unfortunate.
like Chinchino. You got plenty of ways to clear hazards. Your pivot options are mid. You only have 3 actual pivot mons that do damage.
It has arguably one of the strongest volt turn cores.
Yeah, that's fair, but
Mhm.
it's
I
just
just feel like there's so much. There's more. It's more of an issue with type overlap again, right? I'm just like, you're lacking a lot of crucial typings,
ah.
and you're doubling up on a lot of them.
I'm so glad I didn't have to say it this time.
Yeah.
No fairy, no steel, no poison, no fighting, no ice, no rock. Two out of three of the, like 2 or 3 of those aren't really that big of a deal. But I think poison, steel, and fairy are pretty big. And I know that it's hard to get a hold of steel and fairy types in this format, but when you used your first 2 picks to draft Scyther and Houndoom, I think it made it a lot more difficult to get good ones.
Yeah. I feel like this team suffered a lot from I have so many points by round 5, by round like 6. I'm just picking things because I can, rather than whether I think about whether I should.
Yeah, I think a lot of the top half of the board went early and did not, because I know Roki normally drafts this way, where they will draft to remain a lot of points towards the end, but I don't think it favored you in this format, because by the end, it was literally just grass and psychic types left on the board. And I think the types are going to be big in this format.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken about it so many times, but there's we're like, these types are limited, these types are limited. There's so many few things. If you are drafting, I know Roki said, I believe he was drafting for the value, but it was just like, when in doing so, this isn't the kind of format where you can go back looking up the board and like look for scraps, because there are no scraps left.
Barely anything, man. Like there's a couple decent Terra captains at like 5 and 6 left, but there's nothing on your board that's gonna like make your draft a game changer anymore. If you didn't draft like your top like threatening mons right off rip, then you don't have many options. Which is unfortunate.
I mean, individually, I like a lot of these mons. Like, Terra Scythe that we talked about is going to be terrifying. Those Technician, Terra Flying, Dual Wing Beats are, like, almost impossible to swap into. Houndoom, I think, is also a very strong Terra Captain. It really enjoys the coverage. And just being able to hit really hard is really nice. I think Tazagiri is a really nice spinner because, you know, it threatens so much damage with Dracos and Surfs that it's tough to make swaps in to kind of try and stop it spinning. And obviously, I know BP talked to Laurentis a bunch. It's also nice. And I do think Chinchino's another one that I've also personally used. I think is very, very strong. I've beaten a Corviknight with this thing before, just clicking tidy ups. It's so strong. It's like a lot of people talk about Malshot, but they don't realize that Chinchino, I feel like, it's on that level almost better. Because it's got the bullet seed, it's got the rock blast, it's got the tail slap, it's got everything it needs. And if you don't want to be a technician, you can be technician with the loaded dice, or you can just be skill link, which means you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Chinchino. Like I prefer it over Mousehold. I remember when Gen 9 dropped, I was like, oh, okay, so that's a poor man's Chinchino.
Yeah, and then they I'm surprised they gave it tidy up so fast. They didn't even give Mashhold a chance in the spotlight.
Yeah. It just made, like, it literally, when they gave Chinchino tidy up, I was like, okay, it's bootleg Chinchino. Like, that's all Mousehold is to me. Because, like, I want the mon that's faster and that has the better move pool, and that's exactly what Chinchino provides. And I think offensively, this team does do great. I think defensively and utility-wise, this team lacks hard. And like you said, I like a lot of these as individual mons, but just without that top tier threat on the team, it's just so hard to put it anywhere near the top.
I agree. I think this is our second D tier, in my opinion.
I think I'm completely agreeing with you on that. And that would be the last D or C?
What do you reckon? I'm thinking like high D. I think it's better than Silent Storm's team.
I think it's better than these two. I think I was going to put it bottom of C.
What do you think, VP?
I think we could check back at some of the other squads. Because it was Silent Storms and Twisted?
Sounds right.
And I think, you know what? You might be right about D. Because I think I put it in, I think I scored it the exact same as Silent Storm and Twisted.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a bit better than Silent Storms, but I think it might be a bit worse than Twisted's because Twisted's has the offense,
Yeah.
and this one also has the offense. And I just don't like the synergy, right?
The Senate, yeah, and the lack of actual big threat other than Chinchino. I guess Hoopa like is threatening, but you have to run it scarfed every week, and it doesn't appreciate a knockoff.
Yeah.
Like the quad weakness on Hoopa is unfortunate.
If I was honestly, I think I would drop Wo-Chien. I don't think Wo-Chien is very great on this team. I think it's a lot of points, and I think you need to distribute those points throughout the team.
Also, this team is free
To find some-
water.
Yeah.
Double
didn't even
normal
consider
type is
that,
also
but-
super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Wo-Chien, Wishcash, Lurantis, Tatsugiri, and Scyther freeze dry. That's 5 months. And you just prepped with 1 move.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think this is the official list though, right here.
I think it is. I like this list.
Any changes or objections, BP, while you were gone? Anything you'd like to move up or move down with your executive powers?
The
You get 1
executive
move up
power.
and 1 down.
That just sounds like a fight waiting to happen. So I'm gonna leave
Yeah,
it where they're
just
at for now. I think we made some pretty good points on the teams. I mean, power rankings are subjective, and none of these took into account the players. It just took into the mods and how they played, like how they worked together. So
Of course.
And how we personally
had
would use
ideas.
these teams as well.
yeah, we have ideas, but everyone, I think, we were watching Amber and Onesies stream, and they put it really well. That you see that we all value certain mods differently. I'm gonna use Alcremie as that example. Like I'm very high on
I will
that
double
mod.
down. I will double down. I do not think Alcremie is a good mod.
Yeah.
Exactly that, and I disagree. So like it just depends on your play styles. It depends on everything else. So I wouldn't necessarily take this tier list as
Law.
I would take it with a grain of salt. I think
Yeah.
look at your teams individually, look at the holes. It helps to have a fresh pair of eyes and look into what we suggested more so just from our point of views. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, but that's what I would value more so than where we place them on the tier list.
And I swear it happens
and
every
if-
single time, but one of the teams that we ranked bottom 5 will end up finishing in the top 3.
Yeah.
Every time.
Sometimes a team works much better better than it does on paper than it looks it will do on paper.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're only here to like try and like for the worst teams. We're only pointing out the issues because we want to help you fix them, and for the good teams, we want to help you point them out so you can find ways to beat those things, or you can find ways to improve them.
Yeah. Or tell your opponents what you're weak to. One of those.
Yeah. I'm actually doing this whole thing because there's one specific team. There's one specific team that I'm actually rooting for, and I'm trying to leak all the weaknesses to them. Unfortunately, I will not be revealing which team it is.
I'm also doing the exact same thing, and I think we have opposite teams that we're voting for. The mods are biased, people. don't trust us.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds right.
I think that's it. I think we're good to end the stream here.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.